This content has been deemed inappropriate for children under 13. Viewer discretion is advised. This is for adults only. Adult collectibles. What's up, you guys? It's ZacJacDan back with another What to Expect From video. This time we're talking about what to expect from Mattel Super7 NECA Hasbro and McFarlane Toys at Toyfair 2020. That's February 22nd through 25th in New York. Stay tuned for that. So let's start off with Hasbro and what Hasbro is bringing to the table. It looks like Hasbro is going to be bringing Marvel, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, and Nerf. And I'm going to touch base on all of these except for Nerf. So let's start off with the Marvel Legends and what I'm expecting to see. So here's what we already have seen them announce that we're getting in 2020. So let's tie into these waves and see what we can get from that. So I expect that we will see another Riders, probably only one more, and it will probably be the Hawkeye. But I'd love to see some of these others. With the Eternals coming in the end of 2020, I expect to see maybe Celestial or some of the Eternals. Hopefully comic form and movie form we'll see. X-Force, I think that we'll round out that X-Force wave with the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure with some of the other X-Force members. And with Age of Apocalypse, we still need to get a Build-A-Figure, so I could see them doing one of these as a Build-A-Figure. And that's my most wanted list for those particular waves. They also have some Gamerverse figures coming out. They've already announced the Iron Man, and here's an announcement for, or a pre-order for the Hulk, which is going to be a GameStop exclusive. So I could see them doing some of these other ones like Miss Marvel, Taskmaster, Captain America, Thor, and Black Widow. So we'll see where that goes. And then also with Sony putting out 2 movies this year with the Morbius and the Venom 2, I could see them actually tying into those and giving us some of those figures in some another Venom wave possibly, and throwing the Morbius in maybe a Spider-Man wave. So we'll see where that goes. So jumping over to Power Rangers Lightning Collection, we see that Wave 5 has been announced what we're getting, but we have not actually seen the prototype figures yet. So I could expect that Power Rangers will show us these 4 figures: the Blue Ranger, Zeo Gold Ranger, Time Force Red Ranger, and the Ranger Slayer. So look forward to that. And here's kind of my most wanted list of what I'd like to see with the Power Rangers, and this is a villains list, of course. So take a look at it, see what you think. Jump over to the video that I had that explains more of what these are for the Power Rangers. So now jumping over to the G.I. Joe, I know that we've been doing 3 3/4 for years on these G.I. Joe figures, but I think that they're about to jump into the 6-inch waves. So wave 1, they've been announced that potentially we'll be getting Snake Eyes, Destro, Duke, Scarlet, and Roadblock. So looking forward to see if Hasbro actually shows these off, if they're actually going to do this, because I think this will be a smart thing to do for the adult collectors out there to be able to jump into a new generation of G.I. Joes in 6-inch form to match up with our Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series and whatnot. So jumping into Ghostbusters, Hasbro has now got the license for the Ghostbusters, and we've been given this little snippet of what's been released. And of course, it doesn't actually say anything, but what it does show is at the very top you get the Plasma series, and those are going to be probably the 6-inch figures. So looking forward to see what those might be, and especially since we're getting the movie this year, I can expect to see something from Hasbro to celebrate that movie that we're getting. All right, so speaking of Star Wars, the Black Series, we'll see some more Mandalorian figures since Mandalorian was so huge this year on Disney Plus. So jump on over to that video I got right there as well to explain more about what I'd love to see. But check out this picture if you want. Transformers. Now Transformers, we got a Earthrise package art detail here, and I think that we'll probably see some of these revealed to us. So let's cross our fingers that we actually can see some of these, like the Quintesson. We'd love to see the Quintesson Judge. Hadn't seen that in forever, but I love that in the movie. So that's the big one I'd love to see. All right, so that's it for Hasbro. Let's jump over to McFarlane Toys in DC. So there's a pre-order that went out for a Joker Arkham Asylum figure. So that's probably one we're going to be seeing. So it's kind of funny with the McFarlane stuff that they just threw the figures out the week after they announced it. Didn't show them at any conventions, didn't see any kind of thing. And they got a huge wave of 14 figures total, I believe, in that first wave. So I can expect to see this Birds of Prey Harley Quinn come out in wave 2. Maybe with her hyena too, who knows? But there's that Joker that we could see from Arkham. And with Wonder Woman coming out this year as well, I could definitely see them doing a Wonder Woman. So we'll see what we get with McFarlane. But also with McFarlane, Spawn, he's going to be putting out some new 7-inch Spawn figures that kind of match up with the DC stuff. And looks like Spawn is somehow tying into Mortal Kombat as well. So we'll see where that goes. But check out all of the licenses that McFarlane Toys has. Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Five Nights at Freddy's, Walking Dead, Pan's Labyrinth, Hello Neighbor, Destiny, Doom, Stranger Things, My Hero Academia, and One Punch Man. And I'm sure he has more than what I just listed here, but McFarlane is pushing these toys out like crazy, looks like. All right, so jumping over to Super 7. Super 7 has been pushing Thundercats for us recently. And with Thundercats, they have shown us Series 1 and Series 2 what we're getting, but we still haven't seen the packaging yet. So I'm expecting to see that we'll actually see some of these actually in package finally for Series 1. And we'll see the Series 2 that they revealed to us. We'll see those out on the floor as well. So let's hope that we see that kind of stuff for Super 7. And also with Super 7, we've got the Turtles, Master of the Universe, and Conan that they've been pushing a lot lately. But we haven't seen any packaging for the Turtles and Conan yet. And we still haven't seen that Snake Mountain yet for Master of the Universe. So let's hope that we see something further with that. And probably a Series 2 we'll see announced with the Turtles as well, because we're getting to that point that is close to being time for pre-orders on those as well. All right, so jumping over to NECA. With NECA, they also have the Turtles license. And they've already showed us Series 3 of what they're expecting to put out for the Turtles. You got April with the Foot Soldier, Casey Jones with the Foot Soldier. And you got Slash and Leatherneck. But they also showed us these two. And I'd love to see these two put out. Now, I don't know if they're going to be put out on the same car because they're both very large figures. So I'm sure they're not going to be together. But we'll see where they come out. And also, we've seen Krang. And this is not the Krang in the middle, but it's just kind of a representation. But up on the top left, you'll see where they've actually been making a prototype of what Krang will look like for us. And we still haven't got a Splinter yet. So I could see Splinter coming out with a Krang maybe, or a Krang by himself, Splinter being put with one of those other two. We'll see. Also with NECA, we got the Predator, and we got the updated armored Lost Predator on the right-hand side. You got the head, so they'll probably show us the whole figure. And also you got the Predator Lost Tribe Ultimate Scout Predator. They showed us pictures of, so we'll probably get that one in hand too. You know, NECA is going to push their horror stuff, so we'll see what kind of new horror elements they can show us. All right, so jumping over to Mattel. So we got the WWE, and I could definitely see them showing us off the Elite Series 76 and 77, giving us the Lacey Evans, Tucker and Otis, Viking Raiders, and Bray Wyatt with his Fiend persona. So probably both of those. Also, Mattel has the Jurassic World, Barbie, and Hotwheels license, so they'll probably see a lot of that on the floor. So guys, let me know what you're expecting to see at Toyfair, what you're excited to see, who you're most excited to see, the Mattel, Super 7, NECA, Hasbro, McFarlane. Of course, me, I'm a Marvel Legends fan, so I would love to see what we got going on with the Hasbro most of all. But I'm also a G.I. Joe fan, so if they do finally do the 6-inch, I'm extremely excited to see that. So hit that thumbs up, notification bell so you're aware of any new videos that I have, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find all the photos that you want of these videos.